One.
Excellent. Well, welcome everybody, and thank you for waiting up late at night to many of our team members. We have a very special presentation today, and as I was saying in the preamble before we hit record, big thank you to Kacper, to Pavel, to Artur and Jacek, who've been working really hard to bring everything together. Artur will be kicking off and taking us through the work done on module billing. And as a version 1, I can assure you that behind the scenes, what you will see is just the tip of the iceberg, because the architecture that Kacper has built, obviously APIs for everything, the UI has been wired in to use those APIs. There is a lot more under the iceberg that you don't see yet, and that's what's going to be rolled out in the coming months. Firstly, we want to gather feedback and then turn on certain things and adjust some of the workflows to account for the feedback in the real world. But the architecture behind the scenes makes the billing system and module billing extremely flexible. So, Artur, I'm going to mute myself. Go ahead. He's right there.
Okay, can you hear me loud and clear on the other side?
Yes, we can. Thanks, Artur.
I can.
If you can, everyone can. Okay.
Colin, can you hear?
Hello?
Yeah, we all good on our side. Yep, we can hear you.
Oh, maybe they can't hear.
Maybe they can.
You're not muted?
No.
Can you talk louder?
Can
someone verify? Can we hear? I will check the chat. Oh, Scott says yes.
We can hear you.
Okay, so we're ready to go.
Oh, hang on. Maybe he was saying yes to me when I said earlier, is Scott Reynolds a really handsome guy? And he said yes, yes. So maybe let's just confirm that they really can hear. Colin says yes. All right, so we're all right for that.
All right, so first thing first, if you like to create a module and contribute with your module into our marketplace, first thing what you need to do is to create or attach your merchant account to our system. For that, you have to go to your partner. Now I'm logged into platformOS as an admin, so I can pick whatever I want. So I will do the test on this guy right here. And as you can see in the top navigation, along with billing plans, credit cards, you have merchant account button in here. It says coming soon because it's not quite UI polished yet. However, it's very much functional working.
So for context, the merchant account is the partner's account that money is going to go into, right?
Yeah. Hold on, I picked someone with already set an account. So let's try something else, maybe from the, yeah, this guy. Okay, as you can see, payouts are disabled and payments are disabled. That's the status. So you can pick your country first, and you can see we have 5 countries to choose in MVP. We will extend this list in the phase 2. Let's pick United.
So are you saying that we've got support for Australian dollars, American, USD, New Zealand?
That is correct.
Oh.
Right, Tomek?
Yeah.
Yeah, confirm.
New Zealand, of course.
Okay. And
Canada too, right?
Canada too. Okay, so you have to fill out a few basic information, your routing number, your bank account. I put my name in here and social security number because it's United States and those fields will change with different countries selection of yours, and birthday, and that's it. Save.
So what about photo ID and
hold on,
back?
I done something wrong. Space in here.
And spell check. Yeah, of course. That's part of QA. That's why it's in QA.
It's live demo, so it's expected. As yeah, we are ready to go. As you can see, the status has changed to payouts enabled and payments enabled. And basically, that's it. That's it. What you need to do to start creating your modules in Partner Portal.
So you do this merchant account setup one time.
Yeah, one time.
And now you can get money.
And now you get money. The reason for merchant account is that after someone will purchase your module, the money will fly directly to you, not via platformOS, directly to you. Okay, so let's switch to Partner Portal sales. Okay, so I'm all set up and I would like to create my first module. On the left-hand side, you have create section. Let's pick module. And you'll land on 2 steps creation module flow. And first thing what you need to do is to put your module name, like call that, what do we say, CRM2. Just a short overview. Let's do that quickly. Test. You can pick your hero image. That's that. If you have, you can also attach your video in here with some tutorials if you would like. And few additional informations. First, creator. So I have to choose the partner under which I will create this module. So I'm platformOS, so let's follow that.
So the reason why you're seeing all partners there is Artur is logged in.
Yes, I am an admin. If you're a partner, probably you can see like 1, 2, or 3 partners that you can create modules under.
And now the reason for that choice, by the way, and not just automatically only associating this module to you and you only, you might be creating modules for other partners or other sub-partners.
That is correct.
That are specific
that is
to them.
correct. Yes. And below that you have public or private section. Now this functionality is not attached yet to Partner Portal. We are not using this functionality. However, you can tag your module and this would be used in a phase 2. And what's the functionality behind that? Because currently, if you publish the module, that module will be listed only under platformOS marketplace. However, in a phase 2, we will introduce additional functionality that will allow you to create module and publish under your own marketplace, under your own partner, and those modules would be available for your clients or also your sub-partners, right? And this is just for tagging, so it would allow you to, or allow us to easily move your modules here and there. Okay. Below we have software license. So let's put the random text in here. And if you have, you can attach a link to your license. And we have tag section as well. So you can tag your module, let's call that CRM to follow the logic. And then you have description, documentation, and support that you can describe below. The same, just a random text. And then we have as well languages, the languages that has been used during development and what other will see after it's done in this module on their instances. So let's stick with English and maybe Polish because I'm Polish. And the last section on this page is the most important section, pricing. Here we're defining the pricing for your module. For the demo purposes, we have only production environment. We will introduce or we'll have staging environment tomorrow on our staging environment for test. And what the options that we have in here, we have free. So module will be free. Everyone can buy this module for free. We have one-time fee, just just one per instance, and we have subscription. What's important to mention in here that every single purchase is per instance. So we are buying modules per instance. Of course, we've built that in a way that in phase 2 we can easily scale this functionality to provide more pricing option, like buying up packages for 10 instances and
quarterly or
yeah, that's the one-time fee. And subscriptions, currently it's just the monthly recurring subscription fee. In a phase 2 we can easily scale that to quarterly and yearly, so yeah, annually, something like that. But let's do the one-time fee for now. Here in this field you can type in your profit that you'd like to gain on that instance, and as you can see, you have calculations in here, so Stripe fee and of course platformOS fee. So your customers will pay $118.20, and that gives you $100 in your profit. And let's save it. And now we land on the next step, and this step is creation the version of this module. So first thing what you need to do is to add a version number. Then you actually uploading your module zip file and release notes. Let's cover that first. Release. Okay, and click create, and that's it. You'll land on the detail page of this module. As you can see, review status is pending verification. We are checking that this module is bug free. This is an automated process. So if you refresh, it's pretty fast process, so it's already accepted. And now what you can do, you can still edit this or publish. If you click on publish, it will be visible on the platformOS module marketplace. So let's do that. And basically that's it. You have successfully created your module. So let's switch to the other side. Now on this screen, I'm playing the role of a buyer or customer. So what I want to do is to browse the module marketplace. And as you can see, we have new UI on this page. You have your hero image, you have your name, your version number, quick overview. You have creator, platformOS, you have your tags in here, that's filter, and your pricing. And as I remember, we've called that CRM2. Yeah, let's click that, and now I'm on a module detail page, so I can browse and see the basic information regarding to this module. I can see the prices and all the rest. I can see how many versions of this module has been released, and at the top I can select one of my instances, because as I mentioned, we are purchasing the module per instance. So I'm here logged in Artur, under Artur Corp, that's my partner, and I have just one production instance and one staging instance. So I would like to install or add this module to my production instance, that module prod. And after selecting the instance, I can see already how much I will pay and which version of the payment is attached to this module. So I will pay one-time fee, $100. Okay, let's add it. And pretty much it. The module has been added to my prod instance, and I can easily install this module on my instance. And the important thing to mention right now that after I've added the module to my instance, I automatically have been charged for this. So the payment is pretty instant after adding the module to the instance. So what's next?
Now, if in the case of a subscription, it's prorated on the month. So it will, a module that's purchased on a monthly subscription will be processed monthly, but when it's purchased and deployed, if it's in the middle of the month, it'll only be charged pro rata.
Yeah, if let's assume today is the 15th, so if I purchase the module today, the first charge will be for the first 15 days to the end of the month, and the next charge will appear after two weeks on the first of the next month. Yeah, for the next month, yeah. So what can I do? What can I check after the purchase? I can go to my partner and I can check my billing statements. And as you can see, that's the view for the instance statements, but we've added additional section here called modules. And if I click on it, I can open this. And as you can see, 1 CRM 2, I've purchased this today, and that's my price. I already been charged for this. And that's pretty much it about what we would like to share with you today. If you have any questions now, please fire up. I see a bunch of questions on the chat. I wasn't able to
So that's
follow.
fine. I'll ask a question. Anthony's asking, so should I bill the module to me as the agency rather than the client? So you're a partner and you've seen an awesome module from another partner that you want to apply to your client site. You're buying it, but you're going to then on charge the client. How does that work? So I bought a subscription, monthly charge. That's going to be invoiced to me, the partner, or invoiced to the instance owner.
That would be charge the instance owner.
Okay.
The instance owner.
And so I think where they're going with that is, what if I want to put a markup on that?
You can.
You can?
You can't.
Oh, you can't.
You
okay.
can't.
Right. So you're buying it, applying it, and then what you would do in your plan for that site is add other line items that are monthly fees. So you mark it up. Like that. Yeah. You mark it up using line items in that plan.
Basically, any partner with credit card attached to their account can purchase a module.
Right.
Doesn't matter on which step of the partner's ladder he is right now. Yeah.
Okay. So did that answer the question, Anthony?
That confused me about it.
Okay, so and the question is, what if you duplicate the instance with modules? Can I change the billing to the new instance owner? Right, so we're duplicating an instance. The instance that's being duplicated has modules installed on them.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
We'll find out.
Maybe we have Kacper with us today, and that's the question for him to answer. Kacper?
Yeah, I would be happy to answer, but I don't understand what duplicate instances mean.
You're not clear on. Is that to do with the billing?
I think it's like different clients. Like if he has one site and he built that site for this client and replicating it for another client.
I create a module and I want to put a price on it. Before I do, I create my merchant account. That's the first thing I do.
That's correct.
Right. So I've created my merchant account. I don't need to do that again. And I do that because as people buy the module from me, either subscription or one time, money will go into my account.
Correct.
So then the channel partners that purchase the module, if I'm able to see them, because some partners might not see your modules if you don't want them to, depending if they're public public for all channel partners, or only for the partners that I allow to see, or only my own use, in which case I'm not going to charge myself. But other partners go ahead and see, purchase the module, and apply it to an instance.
Mm-hmm.
And the credit card that is being charged is the credit card attached to the channel partner who's buying the module. Because you're buying it like a plugin for WordPress, if you like, which is going to be part of the site build that you're doing for that client.
No.
All right, explain that.
We are charging the credit card of a partner who created the instance.
Yes,
that we are touching.
That's right. So the channel partner who's buying the module,
mm-hmm.
they're applying it to an instance.
Yeah.
And the credit card linked to that instance
yeah.
is what's being charged.
Yeah.
Okay.
So put in an example. If you are a user and you have permission to 2 partners, right? And you select an instance to the one partner, you cannot purchase this module on the behalf on other partner. We are charging the partner that is creator of the exact instance that we are adding the module to.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that clear?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay. There is a couple of other questions. There's okay, but is it 2 instances with the one partner? When you're adding a module to an instance, you're adding it to one site effectively.
Correct.
So you're choosing the site that you want that instance deployed on. So it's that one site. Now, some modules might be a one-time fee,
mm-hmm.
and you can install it as many times as you like.
Mm-hmm.
Some modules might be a one-time fee per instance. So every instance you installed on, you buy it, one-time fee.
Mm-hmm.
Or you might buy a module for an instance that has recurring billing. Every month it gets charged.
Yes.
Now, another question's come up about the pricing. Why was it $118.20, but only shows $100 to pay? So do you want to just go to that screen that you're looking at? That should say the price plus the additional fees is what we're saying, because that's not actually what was charged. So the module, that screen that you were just on, where it's got the statement, it had $100 there, so it was missing the $18.20.
That is correct, and this is an issue that we should address, and that will be resolved.
Yeah, so that
tomorrow morning.
That
is correct.
That's it's displaying the wrong pricing.
Yeah.
Sum. It should be the total sum of the item,
mm-hmm.
not the module price.
Not the module.
So it's just the wrong
not
tag
the profit
you put on that UI. Good catch. Is there a bug bounty? Problem is, having a bug bounty, I think maybe Jacek and Kacper might conspire to put in a whole bunch of bugs that they
probably
make a bounty on. All right. So that made sense, Stephen. Your feedback caught that.
Yes, thank you for that.
The wrong total now. Now, what questions have we missed?
No, I have additional thing that I would like to add. If you are creator of the module and you're creating the module, that module will be available to install for all of your instances that you currently in possession for production and staging instances. They're already under your instance, ready to install.
Hey, can I jump in? Can you even hear me?
Questions? Well, I've got a question. When I purchase that module or any module, and it's a one-time fee, does that, and Kacper's just answered that question concisely, and you just have to click on translate to get the details of that. He's testing you. What's your Google Translate skills like? So the billing is between channel partners in this case.
That is correct.
And the credit card of the channel partner connected to the instance. And the reason for that is this isn't about, in this case with modules, it's about empowering the community to get free or get purchasable functionality that then you can bill through your billing plans to your clients. So, you might talk to your client about what sort of a site they want, knowing that there's a whole bunch of modules that you can use and deploy. Some are free, some are paid. And in your billing plan, you might have 3 or 4 or 5 different ones that you will put extra margin on top of. So we're not replicating the module pricing into your billing plan. It's something that you choose to pass on to the customer or not. Now, of course, if it's a recurring billing on a subscription on a module, you would want to make sure that the billing plan that you are customizing for your client includes, at a minimum, the cost that you're being charged for that functionality.
Adam, it's Colin here. Can you hear me?
Okay, I think I've got one more thing that I would like to add. So let's assume
yeah, I don't think they can hear us.
Module, right? And the buying the module,
thanks,
not actually the buying the module. You're buying the rights to install module to your instance, right? So if bought rights to install the module and I actually installed the module to my instance, after deleting this module from my instance, I will still have this module ready to install. It doesn't unsubscribe my subscription if I'm on subscription plan.
Right.
On the other hand, if I purchase the module today and I pay the rest of the month,
sorry, I'm just going to mute.
And I would like to unscribe tomorrow, I will still have a right to use this module until the rest of my subscription.
Okay, we're going to turn on. The reason why we can't hear people is because we need to turn on yeah. All right, try talking now. We had muted our speakers because of. There we go.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, we had muted speakers because the feedback loop was crazy, and we then forgot that you might be talking.
Maybe
okay,
I can
so now what about, that's a good point, what about the unsubscribing? What happens to a subscription where I've paid for a module and then I cancel it, I delete it? I've bought one and then I cancel it because I think, you know what, once I've got that module, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to delete it, not pay for it, and I'm just going to take the code and run with it because it wasn't all in a private folder when it got deployed. Do I get my money back?
Actually not. It's not refundable. So if you one-time fee, you would have to just take, I don't know how to put this, but
you'll take the hit.
Yeah,
you read the terms of use, there's the license agreement, you've watched the video, you know the partner that wrote it's reputable, and so you've gone ahead and you've bought it. It's kind of, you've broken it, you bought it. And what about with subscriptions though?
Well, if you're on subscription and if you cancel subscription, you'll be only charged to the next of the month. So you just lost the 1 month and that's it.
Right. So it just cancels the subscription after that
correct.
month. So it doesn't recur the next month.
Yeah.
Now we might need a prompt, Ursula's saying. We may need a prompt at point of deleting an instance about associated billing. So what happens when we delete an instance? Does that then remove the ongoing subscription charges to any modules associated with that instance?
We didn't get that, but yes, I think that we need to do it. Yeah.
That's right. Good point, Ursh.
Yeah, thank you.
And I think Adam's saying Jacek is happy that the module gets charged, and if you then delete it, you don't get your money back. Now, that's not to say that a channel partner who provides that module might not have an option where you can reach out and says, hey, you know, we give you a money back guarantee. But we are not going to do that. That is on the provider of the module, who then might say, okay, fine, we will negotiate a refund. We can do that through our Stripe account, or we will give you credit on a different module, or some deal will be struck. So we're just making the stand that we don't want to make it easy for people to just install a really cool module that might be $3,000, grab the code and run. Which brings up discount codes. It's all in the plan. And not just discount codes, but the idea of buying in bulk, okay? It's a one-time fee for one instance, but what if I go and buy for 10 installs of this instance, it might be 30% off. Do you want to share your screen so we've got that up? I think some people might want to go back. And staging sites.
Staging sites?
Yeah, I want to install a module on a staging site.
Okay. Any site?
Yep, any staging site, I want to install it.
I will stay with the same. Hold on, I want to do this, one-time fee, okay. Module staging. I think I already bought that in here, so let's do this here and as well. So I'm sure that I haven't bought this for my staging.
So the question is, I've got 3 dev sites and a production site. How am I going to be billed for modules that I'm paying for?
3 dev sites and 3 staging and 1 production.
Am I being billed? So if a module is $100 and it's per instance, but I just so happen to have 10 dev instances, 15 QA, a UAT, and then production.
You will be charged separately for every one of them.
So you're going to be charged per staging. So the reason for that is, what if you install it for free on staging and then you go and rip off and copy somebody's IP? So how do we protect channel partners who are putting a lot of time and effort into developing a lot of IP that might, not with you guys, of course, but others, no one in this room, that might then put it on staging and then take it away, and then not pay for it. Maybe this is another idea. You can put up a module, call it staging module, and have a reduced price on it. Like, okay, we're not going to charge $100 or $1,000 or $10,000 for this. This will be a nominal fee, or you get it on staging, you make sure it all works, and then you delete that instance, and then you can install that module on a production site. Now, the point then is, of course, well, I have a whole production process where I have 10 dev sites, 15 QA instances, a staging, a UAT, and a production. And so I don't want to have to pay all of that.
And that's the beauty of this system, because you can have different prices depending on the environment. So you can have like $5 for staging environment and $100 for the production environment, right?
Right. Actually, Kacper just said that in English. Partner can set $0 for staging sites and $100 for production sites.
Thank you, Kacper.
Yeah. Thanks, Kacper.
Or the other way around.
Or the other way around, yeah, good point. Whatever. It's up to the module creator. More questions?
I've got one.
Dean's got a question.
If you install a module and then the module owner deletes it, assuming they can delete it, you just keep that version that you had installed like forever? Yeah, because you're licensing the use of it rather than paying for like the upkeep almost. I think you guys said that earlier. Oh,
yeah, you will keep the right to install. Is that was the question?
Yeah, so even if the module owner decided to stop updating it or just basically just stopped it and left, you still get to use it.
Yeah, they still
Yeah,
get
you still
just obviously get stuck with that version.
And after you publish this module, it's not able. You won't be able to delete it. It would be just unpublished. So you stop working on that, but your clients still can use it.
And there's also that leads on to, well, okay, I've bought somebody's module. It's really useful, I love it, but then they're not maintaining it anymore. And suddenly it's become deprecated. Maybe they used a framework that's now old and they want to update it. And the partner is no longer servicing that module at all.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you can't get a hold of them. What do we have in the license agreement between platformOS and the channel partner who provides that module? Is there some kind of way that we protect the end user or the other channel partners, so that if somebody's now used a paid for module, it's deprecated?
Mm-hmm.
What are I think Colin has the answer to this question because it's in the license agreement. So, Cole, do you want to? That's a loaded question for you. I'm sure.
Yeah, I would have to double check on that. It's not something I have top of mind. Sorry, guys. I'd have to come back.
You've memorized all that. I think basically what we're wanting to do is have a safety valve in there so that if somebody has purchased a module, the channel partner who created it has gone AWOL after a period of a certain amount of time, that platformOS will do their best to try and get it up to date. We won't make guarantees on it. We can't because it's not our code, but we will do our best efforts to get the source code if it's in private folders, and then either hand that over to the partners or find some remediation. Because if somebody spent, say, $10,000 on a module because it's really advanced, it's a marketplace with community, and it would have cost you 50 grand in development time to create it, so 5 or 10 grand is nothing in that context. But then 6 months later, it's all kind of not working, and you can't get the channel partner. We're trying to think of ways in our license agreement to protect the customer of that module. Doug's asked, is there a list of available modules with descriptions of functionality? Oh yeah, actually, can you go back to that screen? Because that's the list of modules marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
So the module marketplace, once a module is being published and approved, then you'll see a list here in your modules marketplace, and you can search. So Doug, hopefully that answers your question. And Ursh is asking, that would be a real point of difference, knowing modules were maintained to a level of functionality. So part of the process in publishing or sending a module up for what is at the moment automated code review, if you like, at least we're looking to make sure there's no malicious viruses or anything in it, because we've got background jobs that check. We're also looking at other automation tools that OneZip and look at the code. And then we'll also be doing some spot checks and having our own internal team review. And then we'll be also looking at the creators of the module. And as we learn, the partners who are doing very performant, high quality code, they'll be ranked higher, as will ratings and reviews. So the community will be involved in making sure that, you know, if somebody's producing high quality code, they'll be reviewed higher. And so that will be a curation process. All right, yeah. So yeah, there's descriptions there. The video link, of course, so that will be in the production version. So when you look at it, you'll see a description. You'll click on it. You'll read more details about it. There'll be a video. There'll be a link to a how-to next steps page, because some modules might be a image rotator that you place on a page. One might be an advanced menu system or admin dashboard, and you get instructions on how you can then change it. if a module is customized for the client, assume the cheaper staging module doesn't need to be re-customized when we push it to the full price production module. If a module is customized for the client, I think it depends on the module in that case. I'm thinking of an example where a module has taken in some custom parameters in a template, and where some of the code might be in a private folder that you can't access and change. Would the deploy to a different instance, production instance, then possibly break it? There may be edge cases where it does. So we can't guarantee that staging is exactly going to be in production. I think in most cases it will be, but there's modules are code that can be changed and manipulated. It's very flexible. So there may be cases where no, you would have to then reinitialize the module rather than just copy. Which is a good point, because what if I do have it on staging and I'm now replicating my staging environment, I'm pushing the code to a new instance. This is where private folders come into it, because you would, and most channel partners will probably have some parts of their code in a private folder to protect some of their IP, so that you would actually have to install it again.
Correct.
And pay for it on a production site.
I just wanted to mention one thing. Modules are aware of the environment they are installed on. So module knows if it's a staging or production. So module provider can decide, can change behavior for the module depending on environment. For example, I can cut off some functionalities if it's a staging instance. So the full functionality is available only for production, and it's totally up to the module provider.
That's nice. I didn't know that. That's really cool. So you can build within the module conditions so that if it's staging, certain things work enough for you to know that it's going to work with that staging environment. And then in production, it opens up more functionality. And then there's a question, do we, sorry? Is that right? Is that a good paraphrase?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Do we receive contact details of purchases of our modules? Glad you asked, because they're paying for it. Money's going into your bank account. Who bought it? So when I buy Daryl's module, does Daryl know that I bought it?
Daryl knows that you bought it, yeah. In his statements.
Okay, in your billing statements, you'll know all those details.
Yeah.
And through the API as well, you'll know that certain modules are recurring or subscription-based, and they haven't been paid for. Someone removed their credit card or it's expired. So we need to then possibly turn off certain functionality so that that can no longer be used on that instance, because they're no longer paying for it if it's subscription. And Ursh, also versions. So as versions get updated. So we've got version 1 and then version 2. We don't want to force deploys of that. What if you've made some customizations on an instance, and forcing a version update breaks all of that? So that process needs to be something that similar to other content management plugin type environments. You're not forced to go to new versions. It's suggested, and you'll know about them as an owner of that. And then you'll be updated that, hey, there's a new version of this. What are the implications? That'll be in the version release notes that the creator of the module has put. Adam's asking, can a person opt in to be marketed to by a module owner when they are making a purchase? So I guess marketing is having email marketing. We haven't built in email marketing or marketing functionality into the module billing system. So opting in to some kind of marketing thing, I guess they could put in the terms of use. By installing this module, we know it's you, and we will take your email address and add you to our newsletter list, which you could unsubscribe from. So that's a kind of a manual workaround. But we have not built in marketing functionality per se, specifically into that. Anthony's asking what kinds of modules are people making? Well, as noted, Insights, SiteGlide, Scott Reynolds, and others. Daryl will be doing a demo soon, right, Daryl? I'm talking him in because he said he would in the inner circle, so I have proof that he will. We're not going to get the date from him just yet because he's working on it, but there's a bunch of people working on modules, and I'm just plugging in my power before it dies. So, who else? Or I know that a bunch of partners have been waiting for the billing stuff to then add their plethora of modules that they've been creating, right, guys? Yes, nods and smiles. So the fact that the billing has gone live means that we will see who has been working in the background to build modules. And all of those names and a few more have been doing that, Anthony. What about you? Have you got a few modules, mate? Because I love your questions. So you, oh, hang on. Can't hear you. Have you got your speaker on?
I've got speaker on.
Oh, you're muted, mate. That's why. Hang on. I can see your lips move, but you're muted. You're still muted. Oh, goodness. Let me just see if I can unmute you.
G'day, hey.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'm unmuted. No modules from me.
No modules from you yet.
So, number of modules. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
No,
yeah. It's
right.
a bit.
Can you hear me?
It's up and down. We got the gist of it. I think you said no modules from you just yet.
No. It's a no. No.
Lots of module purchases from Anthony.
That's the one. Yep.
All right.
I'm a buyer.
Well, that's good for those who are producers in the audience to know we've got at least one customer here.
Yeah.
Oh, my power's not working.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Hello?
Yep.
Oh, now Kacper's made another comment.
Very good point.
Modules are also aware about other modules installed on your instance. So your CRM module can display info on staging instances. Hey, we also provide photo gallery module. Would you like to try it? So there's, interplay and even dependencies between modules, right? So you could have a core module set, which is dashboard and a bunch of other things, that is a dependent module for others to then work. So think of a dashboard environment that you've built or a channel partner has built that might cost a certain amount of money or be free and come with a certain functionality. But if you want the email marketing automation service or advanced CRM, excuse me, indigestion from the big meal I had, too much information. You can then know that, I need to have that dependent module first before I can use that one. You're welcome, Ursh. Now, the question
there is a good question from Adam Cook. If modules know about other competitors' module, I mean, do my module know that about other module provided by other partners? And I think it should be discussed because it can be done in both ways. We can allow this knowledge, or we can allow modules only to know your own modules. That's right. So I'm just pointing that it should be discussed.
Now remember, this is something that you as a channel partner are doing. So the end customer doesn't necessarily know. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, awesome work behind the scenes underneath all of this. As you can imagine, there's a lot of complexity. All right. Any other questions? Coming up to the top of the hour. It's almost a new day for us here. Luke has got 3 more questions, he said.
It's more of a point back on the licensing, and I don't know if it helps with some of the other questions, but would it help to show the number of licenses you own for that module, for each module? Like on this page here, to see how many you bought in the module.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's a great point.
Potentially then from the owner's side, how many licenses they've sold.
Mm-hmm.
Might answer some of these questions.
Yeah, so the billing statement for the producer, the creator of modules, definitely needs to know who, what, when, why, and all that detail is there. But you're saying, hey, as a buyer,
I don't want to buy it again.
Yeah, I already see that. Oh, and that site, they're not doing anything with it. It's already got some cool functionality on it. I'll repurpose it maybe. Or I'll delete it from that instance so I can then apply it somewhere else.
Done that. That's lots.
Yep. Yep. That's good. And what were the other 2 questions that you had?
I've got to think of them.
Any other questions? Feedback, thoughts? I guess once you start playing with it, as you'll notice from the URL, it's in QA. There's some typos and there's some other little bugs that we deliberately put in there to see if if Stephen would find them. And well done, he did. I think it was Stephen, right? And and that is being finished up. So when can we say that this is going to production? Kacper? No, actually, I'll ask Kacper.
In 2 hours.
In 2 hours? Really?
Not really.
Oh, you know I'm gullible. All right, so what Kacper's saying is Tuesday.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Oh, great. You can actually hear me this time. That's good.
Yeah, much better.
Hopefully, obviously, with the marketplace will go well, and platformOS partners will be producing many sites with many different modules, and it could all get quite complicated. It'd be nice to be able to see which modules you own and which ones you're paying for, which ones are the staging site, which ones are in actually live, just at a glance.
Absolutely. That's exactly what Luke was just saying. Maybe not as concisely, right? But no, yeah, exactly. I want to see all my modules, what's paid, what's unpaid, what's a subscribed one, on what stacks, some in Europe, some in the US, some in Canada, some here, there, and everywhere. And then all based on stats. What was the last module that I installed? What are the most popular modules that I'm installing? So that's all great summary information I think would be really useful.
Yeah, and maybe even who's, at a glance, seeing who's paying for which modules. So I'd like to be able to see which ones my agency is paying for and which ones, clients are paying for.
Mm-hmm.
At a glance.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm in a situation where I'm paying for them, but really I want more of the clients to be paying for them, I can see which ones very quickly I need to kind of work on shifting over to the client, for example.
Yeah.
Good feedback. You think?
Yeah, no, that's excellent feedback. And phase 2 that Artur and Kacper and Pavel and others are working through will be based on this kind of feedback, because we do have a roadmap for phase 2, but once this is live next Tuesday, we will then want people using it to say, hey, what about this, what about that? And we will reassign priorities on what the real world feedback is from both producers, creators of modules, and buyers like yourself, Anthony.
Yep, okay. Fantastic. Yay.
And Ursh likes that idea as well, Anthony. So we got 2 votes already. Looks like it's just gone up from P5 to a P2.
In phase 1.5.
Yeah, in phase 1.5. Yep. Yeah. Which Tuesday is the deploy of phase 1. So 1.5 is the following Tuesday.
So in all honesty, how far, so if the billing is working, and you're saying that this is all going to be active as of next Tuesday, yeah. How many modules can we expect to see? Are we talking like 5, or are we talking 20? I mean,
I think we'll see somewhere in between. I think we're probably likely to see 10 to 12 is my guess initially, because we've got a few from SiteGlide, CBO, who right off the bat they've been building everything as modules. You just don't see them because they've been waiting for this billing engine to be put in place. And so now that it is, they're ready to go, okay, we can start publishing our modules. And you'll see probably around 10 initially.
Okay. And just regarding SiteGlide.
Yeah, Shane also CBO also. Sorry, Anthony.
Yeah, so regarding SiteGlide, could that itself be a module in the marketplace?
Could it?
Not
like a core functionality, a bit like, it sounds like Insights has kind of done it that way.
We are looking at how we can how someone could take a module from module marketplace and make it work for SiteGlide. I think that's the most realistic way of going about it. But Shane with Insights is just waiting for this. I think he's got those lined up. So that's probably the more appropriate, the best place to start.
So within SiteGlide, you can purchase modules, and they have a private repository of modules.
Okay. However, with SiteGlide, so you can buy modules within SiteGlide, and then you could also buy modules from the platformOS marketplace as well. On that same instance.
That's the part that the SiteGlide team are looking to make sure that the compatibility works nicely.
Yep.
And that is a work in progress.
Okay.
And Matt's saying yes, and I believe him over Luke. I know who writes the code over there, right?
Okay. Is it fair in saying that with Insights, they have opted to, in a sense, I know that they're doing a different kind of approach to SiteGlide, but the approach they've taken seems to be to offer their core administration as a module within the marketplace, and then add other modules to it.
An upsell approach that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
But SiteGlide has taken a slightly different approach.
Their approach to their business models are quite different.
Yep. Okay. Yep. They're both very good.
They're both brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. But I can't wait to hear about some of these other modules. I'm just dying here. I want to hear a few people jump forward and say, yeah, we're doing this, we're doing that.
And Daryl, maybe, I don't want to dob you in, mate, but I know you've been doing something with is it a progressive web app or something? Is that what I heard a rumor about, mate? Yeah, nah.
Oh yeah, I'm working on modules for creating progressive web apps.
Okay, what does that mean?
Can we get an ETA on maybe when we can demo that in the next?
I would say within the next couple of weeks.
Awesome. I was going to say next 4 weeks, but in 2 weeks, then let's split the difference and say 3. We're booking. We got it on the video now. In 3 weeks from now, I like timelines. So there are a few others that are building out modules. Obviously, quite a number have been waiting for the billing component, and I'm sure we will have a few guest appearances from different channel partners who are going to show what they've been up to and how some will be even free. That they'll be able to give back to the community on different things. Stephen's got to go. See you, mate. Thanks for joining us. And it's now Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Well, it's already Friday for Daniel.
Yeah, it's already Friday in Sydney.
Oh,
8 a.m. Yeah.
Hirsch, it's 6 a.m. for you? All right. Well, if there's no 6:30, it's so close. That's commitment, getting up at that time on Friday. All right. Thank you, everybody. This is great. This is, as we said, it's been a lot of effort behind the scenes. This is just the tip of the iceberg of what goes on behind the scenes. I can assure you of that. And the feedback's going to be awesome because now that it's live, we're going to be able to get that and understand where we want to focus phase 2 efforts and reprioritize all the things that we have assumed you want and actually build what you need. So thank you very much for everybody's feedback so far. We've had an incredible week here in Poland with the team, and Kata and Diana were here as well. So I can assure you that UX and UI focus on the product is taking a front seat now as well. So we're excited that we're starting to have the awesomeness of the engineering back end being met with the awesomeness of great user experience and UI front end coming together too. So we'll leave it at that. Thanks again for everyone's questions and being involved with the version 1. We'll look back at this in 12 months and go, wow, there's so many modules. There's some great producers. There's huge business opportunities. I've been able to grow my agency because I can leverage the intellectual property that others have developed that I just don't want to have to deal with. And others will be saying, I love coding. I don't want to deal with the end customers. And I've got all these people that are selling my work. And that's the vision that we have. And we hope that we can facilitate everybody's growth in the right way. High quality, performance, scalable functionality that can go into all sorts of different verticals. So that's it from us. Thanks, Artur, for a brilliant presentation.
Thank you, guys.
And we'll see you at the next town hall.